crime wave in Gotham. Other breaking news. Water. Wet.
Coming up, more problems for a troubled
earthquake.
Yep,
We're having an earthquake.
Breaking into homes and tickling people.
Fans quickly trashed his pantsless look on social media.
Also, in other news,
The whistles go woo!
He was murdered and then set on fire while celebrating his birthday.
He's on the lean and the model.
I said, oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire.
He thought the car was a spaceship and that the driver was an alien.
He lost his life savings, $2,600, and all he has to show for it is this stuffed banana with dreadlocks.
All right, it's time for another news. We haven't done it in a couple of days. It's been hot and heavy with Bears Monday stuff, and of course, number 45 saying what he said on Friday and hijacking our Monday. All right, Dan, this is our chance to talk about things that we didn't get a chance to talk about during the show or maybe yesterday or the day before that. So this is from TheRoot.com. Stephen A. Crockett Jr. is the author of this piece. Paul Smith, the chief of Cecil Volunteer Fire Station Number 2, or Cecil Volunteer Fire Station Number 2 in Washington County, Pennsylvania, was in his feelings after Pittsburgh Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin decided to keep all the players in the locker room during the national anthem on Sunday.
And he didn't even realize why he kept it. That's the best part, is that it wasn't a protest.
No explanation at all. He was just he didn't need one. This is where he's at with his. So Smith logged into his Facebook account and got all white bothered, as Stephen Crockett Jr. writes, got all white bothered and indignant and posted, quote, Tomlin just added himself to the list of no good N-words. See, I didn't even say it, Tanny. I didn't say it this time. No good N-words. Quote, yes, I said it. Here's the thing.
He added, yes, I said it.
Here's the thing. Don't be all gangster on social media and even be so bold as to end your missive with, yes, I said it. And then get all passive and apologetic when you're caught. What did you think was going to happen? Be as gangster as you were when you were typing that BS. And it's the community motto. Hey, same energy. That's all I need. Same energy at all times. But, of course, now that he's being called out for his racist and derogatory statement, the chief, who was out of town on vacation, is sending back all kinds of apologies. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the same man.
Sorry.
Who called him an N-word and then said, yes, I said it. This was his statement.
No, I didn't.
Dan. Some people do different things to unwind, I gotta say.
Got you, right. Some people have a glass of wine, take a trip down the coast.
Sit on the beach.
Right. And some people just log into Facebook to call Mike Tomlin the N-word. Quote, I'm embarrassed at this, and I want to apologize. I was frustrated and angry at the Steelers not standing for the anthem. This had nothing to do with my fire department. I regret what I said. My fire department should have never been dragged into this. It was a bad judgment by me, for which I'm very embarrassed for them and my township.
My entire township.
He also put, I was on vacation.
That, of course. You're on vacation.
Of course.
Well,
I throw
obviously.
around all kinds of racial epithets when we're on vacation.
Obviously, when you're on vacation, you're calling people the N-word.
Come
sure,
on. When we all went to Colorado for the Sox game, you should have heard the names we called Bernstein. Come on. You're on vacation. You can sling around the N-word on vacation.
What happens in Punxsutawney, they say.
What happens in Branson stays in Branson.
Oh, shout out to this man, the fire chief. I would not want this man rescuing me from a burning building.
No worries.
Exactly. Well, what happened, sir?
Couldn't find him.
Right.
He's in the window screaming. I don't know.
He's got a can of gasoline with him. Oh, Lord. Shout out to this man, Paul Smith, chief of Cecil Volunteer Fire Station Number 2 in Washington County, PA.
Crawfordsville, Indiana. A movie set became all too real for one actor when a police officer mistook him for a real robbery suspect in Crawfordsville Tuesday evening. Indiana State Police were called to the Backstep Brewing Company on North Green Street for a possible robbery in progress after someone reported seeing a masked man armed with a gun entering the back of the building. When officers arrived, they saw a masked man backing out of the door with a gun and told him to drop it. When the man turned toward the officers, they fired at him.
Wow.
Striking the building nearby. After police fired, the actor, identified as Jeff Duff, dropped the gun and took off his mask, according to Indiana State Police. He told officers he was filming a movie. Duff was taken into custody until his story could be authenticated by police. Indiana State Police determined that Montgomery County Production was filming at the bar. but neither the production company nor the bar had notified police or nearby businesses that the filming would be taking place.
Well,
the gun Duff was holding was determined to be a prop. No one was injured. The shooting remains under investigation by Indiana State Police.
Dude,
you might want to let people know. And how rinky-dink a movie set is it when
it's an independent film?
Look,
you only got a few people.
I've been part of independent films. Mm-hmm. There are still directors and first associate directors and audio people.
I've been a part of rinky-dink outfits, and you've only got a few cameramen and a few extras.
But lighting, I mean, usually there's enough.
Who needs lighting in a rinky-dink outfit? Come on.
I mean, look, there's
you go get somebody killed. It's as simple as that. You might want to tell someone that you're faking a robbery, planning a robbery, staging a robbery.
By the way.
Yes.
In case you hear something, and then you actually rob the place, then you're fine.
Oh, now we have ourselves
a
little bit of a plot
there
twist.
You call it in, you let it go. By the way, this is just part of a movie, and then you take what you want and you get out of there.
All right. Along the lines of our fire person, the director of the Michigan State Police apologized late Tuesday for sharing a Facebook message disparaging athletes who knelt during the national anthem as, quote, anti-American degenerates. But the apology came amid strong criticism and calls for her resignation or firing. This is from Colonel Christy Kibbe Itu. Yeah. She shared a message on her personal Facebook page Sunday that said athletes who take a knee during the pregame national anthem, an action several of the players have described as a symbolic protest against racial oppression and incidents of police brutality against blacks, are, quote, millionaire ingrates who hate America and disrespect our armed forces and veterans, a bunch of rich, entitled, arrogant, ungrateful, anti-American degenerates. The message, which can only be directly viewed by Itu's friends, drew outrage when it was first reported by the Free Press early Tuesday evening. Quote, it is sworn duty of the state police director to uphold the Constitution, which protects all people in this state, and to demonstrate respect for others' principles as well. Yeah. Michigan ACLU director Carrie Moss wrote this on Facebook. She undermines her own position and the trust of the community with these remarks and other disregard of the people she represents. I read this because I actually posted something to my Instagram page where there are two Chicago police officers who...
I was going to talk about that.
Okay.
It came into the... No, it's okay, but it came to the end of our show. I was going to mention it. The two Chicago police officers were kneeling with an activist who apparently got in trouble, but I guess is now not necessarily in trouble. I guess Mayor Emanuel didn't take a stand.
Yeah, right? Because a lot of cops chimed in on my Facebook page and said, while wearing the uniform, you're not allowed to have any political stances. And, and they made me better understand what was going on with that situation. But Facebook is not the place for you to be if you are the you are the state trooper director of the Michigan State Police. You can't be that way, Carrie Kibbe.
You remember the David Ross book that he wrote with Don Yeager, Teammate, My Journey in Baseball and a World Series for the Ages? Remember David Ross's book?
Yeah.
Okay, well, according to Bill Zwecker of the Sun-Times, it's going to be a movie. And guess who is negotiating to play Joe Madden? It should be Martin Scorsese, but it's not.
Right. That'd be a good one. Not Belushi, right?
You're close. A little higher end.
Higher end Belushi?
A little higher. No,
that'd be awesome.
That'd be great.
You want to see a magic trick?
I'd like to do some improvisational comedy.
I got magic tricks. No, I don't know. Who?
Bill Murray.
Oh.
Bill Murray negotiating to play Joe Madden.
Oh, my God.
I know.
It's not funny anymore.
Burn it with fire.
Oh, my God.
Right. Already on board is...
He's a White Walker from Game of Thrones. You need dragon glass to kill him.
Australian director Shane Abbas, who's best known for his sci-fi films, including Gabriel, but happens to be a huge fan of baseball. Titled Teammate, the movie will focus on last year's memorable march to the long elusive championship by the team long dubbed Major League Baseball's lovable losers. It'll be produced by former Chicagoan Ted Field, a member of the Marshall Field family that long owned the Sun-Times.
I keep asking, because, at this point, Bill Murray just shows up to play some people like, it's Bill Murray, and he does nothing. He does nothing. He stands there, or he's in the crowd at an NCAA tournament game with a Villanova shirt on, and he's crying. Like, he does nothing, and people are still laughing at it. I don't get it. Is it kind of like the Bruce Springsteen sports reporters thing? That to be a sports reporter in this city, or, if you started your career anywhere in the 90s and late 80s, you have to be a Bruce Springsteen fan? Is that what this is? Like, shout out to Bill Murray and all the money that he's made over the years. It's earned and warranted. The zombie movie was the last thing that I saw him in, Zombieland, where I laughed my ass off because he was in it. But other than that, how is Bill Murray? Is he still funny?
He's had his moments.
Is he still? No, like, seriously. Like, is he still funny? Because Will Ferrell got to that point where it was like, yeah, you're just sitting down being Will Ferrell and people are busting up laughing at you. Same thing happens with Kevin Hart. Like, at some point, you don't have to be funny anymore because you were funny at one point in time. Bill Murray has been living on that for 30 years now. When's the last time Bill Murray made you crack up laughing? And that's it.
No, I got one more.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
All right. There it is.
That
was it?
No.
Okay,
No.
you got two more.
Did you know that the Florida orange crop is essentially non-existent because of Hurricane Irma?
Oh, yeah.
The orange prices and what you're going to have to pay.
Get some juice.
I don't know if you're an orange juice guy.
Only when I'm a little backed up.
Okay, I didn't need to know that, but I'm not an orange juice guy.
Get a Big Mac in you, get an orange juice.
I think
you're good.
There are some people who are orange juice people, but more than 90% of America's orange juice is made from Florida, and 70% of their crop has been destroyed. There was also a disease in their groves and Hurricane Irma, and they're looking for possible government intervention. I don't know how the government can create oranges, but
I'm sure there's some things that the government can do.
But tap our orange juice reserves, our strategic
clone oranges,
reserves.
maybe. I don't know.
But look, luckily, I heard a fabulous story. I forgot what I was doing, but I was driving around, and there was this amazing NPR story about how the orange lobby and orange producers created the idea of pairing it with breakfast. It was never a breakfast thing. It was just a complete creation. It was like fish on Friday because the Pope decided, somebody lobbied the Pope saying, hey, man, we got to sell fish. We're got to, okay, no meat on Fridays. Right. This is the new rule. Right. So something very similar happened many years ago in this country with orange juice with breakfast and just sort of a thing. But now good luck to you if you're one of those people.
And that's in other news.